I'm a forester here on Saturday, February the 25th. The temperatures have been in the 70s this week, and our flowers have been blooming actually a couple of weeks. This has been one of the warmest winters on record, if not the warmest winter on record. And I just wonder, is this a sign of climate change? I've moved into our garage now. You've seen this pile of wood before because I showed it right after I stacked it last winter. And you can basically tell that almost none of it has been utilized. This pile is 4 feet wide and roughly 3 feet high. I have used a few pieces off the top of it because it was just easier to come to this pile of wood than go to another. But basically I haven't used this wood at all. This pile of wood generally lasts me 1 month, 3 to 4 weeks depending on how cold the weather is. I haven't used that pile of wood because this pile, or this stack of wood, is what I've been trying to use first. I always cut a little bit extra and stack it against the opposite wall of the garage, and there's actually more behind some furniture that I'm storing, and this is what I've been working off of. And I still have a ways to go to use this up this winter. My main supply of wood I keep out in this outbuilding. I use the wood that's in the garage first, and then I replenish it with wood from in here. That's my grandmother's iron bed that I inherited and I used to use. It's just being stored now. But y'all saw me create this stack of wood last spring. I have a video up about it. There's my chainsaw and axes. This stack is 8 feet long, 4 feet high. And typically I use the wood in the garage first. That lasts me maybe 3 weeks. And then I come out here, and this is enough to last the bulk of the winter. But I haven't touched it. I haven't taken a single stick of wood off of it. Now that's a good thing in that I won't have to replenish it. But is it a sign of climate change? There was an article in the local paper about how winter confuses critters and humans. This was on Thursday in the state newspaper. And some of the facts that they gave were really telling about why I have so much wood left. Because see, I normally don't start a wood fire unless the temperatures are below freezing. And generally if they get down in the 20s, below 30 degrees, that's when I start building fires. I figure my furnace can handle it above freezing. Most winters we have somewhere around 23 days with a low temperature of 29 degrees or less in the winter. But this winter it was unusually warm and we only had 11 days with temperatures below 29 degrees. And that's when I really start building fires, when the nighttime temperatures get below 30 degrees. So that explains why I have so much wood left. And it also explains why the flowers are blooming earlier this year. But does that mean that we have climate change? And actually, we do have climate change. Climate has been changing constantly since the beginning of time. The real key question is it man-induced or is it natural? And I think the jury's still out on that. But whether climate change is man-induced or natural, replacing fossil fuels with renewable energy like biomass or solar has to be a good thing in my view. Y'all take care. Enjoy the flowers.